Okay, we're just gonna wait just one quick second so I can retrieve the link. Oh my gosh, it's Stoner.
Eh,
Just drop everything we're doing right now. Stoner.
Drop our pants.
I'm honored, blessed, and privileged to be in Stoner's presence. One, it should be. But welcome everybody to Spellbound Survivor Charm Tribal Council at Final 7, guys. We're at the home stretch. We're at the end game now. My first question, out of just courtesy, because I feel a lot nicer, question goes to Sam, who's already nestled in bed, snug like a bug in a rug. So clearly it's Final 7. You know, there's fewer places. There's little room to hide. This is the roughly the size of people you'd get in like a pre-merge tribe. Does it make it harder now? Like there's higher stakes in this decision, or because
Yeah.
there's so much that's happened, it's made it kind of easy?
Yeah, it does make it harder because we've been with these people now for a long time, and you grow closer with people. Yeah, it does get harder when the numbers get smaller and smaller and smaller, and there's also less places to hide, as you say. Because one or two votes can make all the difference in this scenario. But yeah,
And that makes having immunity all the more valuable. Like I think there comes to more power in having immunity at Final 7 than having immunity at like Final 11. Like, would you even have needed immunity in that situation? Now this is when the clutch immunity wins start coming out. So Jason, do you feel like people are talking to you differently because you've won immunity? Like they know for a fact you're going to be here at the next round, or people are talking to you more or less the same as they've always been?
no. No, it's changed. But it is nice to have the necklace, though. Thank you. The imaginary necklace I have.
All right, so my next question goes to Morgan. Morgan, you're familiar with how it feels to have that immunity necklace on, to come off of an immunity win and then go back to being immortal with the rest of everybody, not with the Nets. Is that a little bit scary? Especially coming from those superlatives and whatnot.
Okay, let's relax. We get it. Of course, I think in the game of Survivor, unless you have the immunity necklace, like you can never feel too safe. Yeah, I think the only time you have that comfortability, like last round, I know like I had the immunity, so I could be like honest with Roberto and just be like, hey, I don't really want to get on a call. But if I wasn't immune, I'm sure I wouldn't have had that bluntness. So yeah, I think we're all, if we're not safe, yeah, words.
Yeah, words as they are said and expressed. And let me be blunt here. Because at the end of the day, we are close enough to Final Tribal Council where numero uno, that priority has to be us. We got to look out for what's in our best interest, what's going to best get us not only to the end, but a position where we're at the end where we have legitimate winning prospects with the jury. So my next question goes to Kevin. There's this battle of like how honest you can really be in a game that's like meant to be deceptive and duplicitous, but like you also want to be kind of honest with the jurors as you're sending them out the door. So like how do you balance that?
I think you really got to take it round by round, see what the tempo is of the game, see, if it benefits you to be 100% truthful, does it not benefit you? I think that's kind of how you need to approach it in that way. I don't think there is a right approach. It really just comes down to what is the vibe of the cast, I think that's really the best way to look at it.
And you kind of have to placate to each individual, just like Roberto's rubric to what makes a good survivor winner and what he thinks is the most worthy candidate may get to the end is not going to be the same as Gianna's. Not verbatim at the very least. You have to appeal to every single person in their own special, unique, or individual way. Individual immunity necklace, immunity idol, advantages. Perfect segue. So Jay, this merge up until this point has been pretty tame on the advantage front. Nothing has been played. I've offered you guys the opportunity to play them. Like, where are they? Just nobody have any advantages?
I just think they're too fucking risky and hard to get them. That's why I tried to get them in that one challenge because I was like, this is probably the only time I'm gonna have to get an idol. So I tried to go for it. But I'm like, it just became like, okay, what do you value most in this game? The chance at getting an advantage or your vote? Because there's a possibility you can lose your vote. We're trying to go for an advantage. I just several people didn't have their vote. And I think a lot of people just got like scared potentially from going for it. I know myself, I have got scared from going for it since then. So like I just tried to keep my vote. So I think that's why you're probably not seeing a lot of the being played and whatnot, stuff like that.
That's very interesting. You know, there have been, well, obviously I can't disclose anything that's happened in the pre-merge, but you know, there is a huge risk and reward factor when undergoing the idol hunt, especially something where like you kind of don't have like a rubric to go off of. It's not just like picking a number, it's also a game of random chance as well. So, Jonathan, you know, if people aren't gunning for advantages at all, then like, will there be any advantages being played? Like, I mean, presumably, if there is a deadline, it'd be soon. So are people holding on to their stuff? Is like, is this gonna be just straightforward? You vote somebody off. Peace out,
I
girls.
don't know. I'm preparing myself to be advantage getting if it happens. Like maybe everybody has an idol. I don't know. Nobody's told me, and it's always on my mind for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I like games of chance, so we'll just take our chances and hope I make it through.
I also think Survivor is a game of chance. Like, there's a factor of luck that gets to the end. Maybe you're lucky that you get into a decent swap. You get lucky with the cast, the people that, and especially like in the org community, you get lucky with just who you end up on. You know somebody coming into it's like, oh yeah, I know this person. I played with this individual. So I don't know, Ali, if you can answer a question now. I don't know if you're at work or would you be able to? Up here, she put her thumb up. Therefore, me to ask her something. Just
sorry, it finally got a break.
no problem. Pre-existing relationships, people who come into this game familiar with one another, knowing how they play. Maybe they've hosted them, they've been hosted by them. Just, is that, how much, what's the word, how do I put this, how do I word this, is that on people's minds like every day, like in the back of their heads, like just like, I'm scared about this friendship, I'm scared about this relationship, I'm scared about these two people never gunning for each other?
Honestly, like about pre-existing relationships, like I don't really think some people really care about existing relationships because sometimes they're not even that threatening, but it really just depends on the game and how the game goes on, that kind of thing. If that makes sense.
Oh, it does make sense. And I did tease that you could have, but because there's so few people, I could hypothetically ask you all 2 questions. But I'm sick, Sam is tired, and I think we all would just, yeah, I don't think anyone's complaining that I'm not talking more than I usually already am. So we're just going to get into the raising hand portion. You know the drill at this point. I don't need to explain myself. Raise your hand if you think you're safe. You are fine. You are gooch. You will be able to see the data live. This may be the first tribal council where someone who wasn't immune said, yeah, I think I'm fine. I respect the honesty. See, this is a game where you can be honest and blunt about things. Clearly, that's the theme of tonight's tribal council. Raise your hand if you think your name is out there, but you're fine. Yeah. You trusted the it's just maybe it's out there. I mean, Jason's name, if Jason's name was out there, that'd kind of be stupid, but you know, you never know what conversations people
There's very few of us, so you never know.
Really bold of y'all. Raise your hand if you think you're going home. That's it. This ends your time here on Spellbound Survivor Charmed. The one question Jonathan didn't raise his hand for, maybe Stoner's raising his hand somewhere in Jason land over here. Yep, Stoner's gonna go home.
Where's Morgan's boss when we need her?
Right. Where's Nathan where we need him, honestly? But with that being said,
Sleeping.
damn. Well, Nathan,
Lucky Nathan.
you need, Aurora is getting his rest, his beauty sleep. Now is the perfect time to cast your votes. If you haven't casted your votes, change your votes, bump and solidify your votes, and we'll go get those for y'all. You can shout people out, VL. They could see it.
Shout out to my prod guest Jen, and also the person in Ali's background that said, "Tell Kevin I say hi."
Yeah, that was Tony.
Shout out to my bed that's
know.
waiting for me upstairs.
Shout out
Shout
to
out to
Stoner because he asked me for one.
You
Shout
asked me
out
for
to my
what?
prod guest Victoria, and shout out to all those people.
Shout out to Morgan Collins and Grace, my project.
Shout out to Miner and Topher. Love you both. And Nathan, who's fucking sleeping. Oh, and shout out to CTC Prod because I love you all. And we're down at the final bit of it. So
We do love CTC.
Great game.
I say that and then I immediately went to Discord because I haven't looked at the CTC project. I'm like, oh yeah, let me catch up on that.
Morgan's gonna cast her vote for this game on Discord and her vote for this game for CTC on Skype.
CTC was so fun, even though they all hate me now. Nah, I'm kidding.
I love that everyone here plays CCT.
What?
I love that almost everyone here. Jay, have you played CTC? You're the only one. You're going to be recruited. You're going to be headhunted by Morgan.
We do
Wait,
have
Sam, when did you play?
I played a couple of years ago.
There's
wow.
a million seasons. Wait, I will shout out the mini that we have on December 16th. It's a night mini. So if you have not applied, just message me and I will send you the application.
It's always on a weekend. I want minis to be weekdays.
Speaking of weekdays, I have the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage that they would like to play, now is the time to do so. What a fucking surprise. No advantages to be seen. Well, it's like deja vu all over again. At this point, I might as well just skip the little monologue I have for it. If anybody has, just waste my time. With that being said, I will read the votes. Once I read the votes, the person who has been voted off has just a few moments to gather his, her, or their belongings and get the hell off my island. I forgot to say that last time. I had to make up for it. First vote. J1. Kevin. That's one vote J1, one vote Kevin. J1. That's two votes J1. J1. That's three votes J1, one vote Kevin. Kevin. That's three votes J1, two votes Kevin. We're at a tie. Three votes J1, three votes Kevin, one vote left. 12th person voted off of Spellbound Survivor Charmed. I totally did not need to count. And the 5th member of our jury. Kevin. Kevin, that is 4, and that is enough. Having found words, by all means. Now's your time to say them.
I'm literally at a fucking loss for words. I have no idea what the fuck happened. So many people fucking lied to me. I'm not usually like this flabbergasted leaving, but legitimately, like, I don't know what the fuck happened. I felt like we had an understanding and it didn't happen, but good on you guys who didn't. I mean, like, good. I don't know who did what, but like I'm very happy with how I played this game. I think this is probably one of the better Survivor games I've played in a while. It was amazing getting to play with all of you, but I'm legitimately at a loss for fucking words. I was not expecting this in a million years, but we will see how this goes. You guys are all incredible. I guess we'll talk after the season. Yeah, I'm gonna be really sad about this. I'm not gonna lie, because I was really loving this game a lot, and it just really sucks to go out this way, especially when nobody fucking told me. So good on you for doing that. Listen, I guess the people in the YouTube comments who are bored, you don't have to be bored now because I'm gone. So there's that. But yeah, with that said, you guys have a great rest of the game. I will absolutely be watching. But I mean, I have nothing else to fucking do now, at least. So there's that. Like, I can finally say I've, you know, I'm free on my schedule, but like I didn't expect for this to be the reason why. But yeah, I mean, good luck to all of you. But like, Jesus Christ, I am legitimately like beside myself right now. I will definitely be watching, and you guys have a great rest of your game. Love you all. This was very, very sad, and I will go now. But good luck, guys.
Kevin, when you have the chance to be able to review the video, it's a pleasure always to host you. Came into this community with you all the way back yonder, and it's always a pleasure to see and hear from you. Unfortunately, the tribe has spoken, and we're glad that you enjoyed your stay here, but unfortunately, it's your time to go, to which you already departed. Final six. One of the six of you is going to join Timmy and Julia in the winner circle of Spellbound Survivor. We're at the home stretch. This is the end game now. Every vote off is crucial. Regardless of how this plays out, you should all be proud of how far you've made it up until this point. But rest assured, none of you are actually my fan favorite, Tyler Bard. You'll always have my heart, but now you guys will be playing for second place for Who Has My Heart. So have fun doing